The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
All right, and we are live for another Megatron Draws. And today we are doing Nani and Stitch from Lilo & Stitch, obviously, because my paper came in, so I was able to transfer this over, and yeah, we'll get this one knocked out. I was originally going to do the Megatron and Prime one, but I didn't have enough time to do all the ink work for that one, just because it was a little bit more involved the drawing, so I decided to do this one instead. So, and it'll kind of be a nice sort of wrap up of this whole theme here. For now, maybe I'll do more in the future, but yeah, we're gonna start with the skin tones on Nani, and we'll work our way to Stitch. And it seems Nemo is kicking everyone's ass in the pool there. So, all right, enough chit chat. Let's probably pull up my reference actually. So I'm kind of going with the outfit she was wearing the first scene that you see her in, that orange kind of salmon type color and the booty shorts. So which was really it's kind of hard to find a color for that. You get more like pinkish, yellowish, orange colors. It's kind of something I kind of learned this morning when I was doing my color picking. But yeah, I'm just gonna lay down a base because I want to trying to kind of emulate sort of the style of art from the movie. So it's a very simple sort of color. Like there's not a whole lot of shadows and whatnot. So my shadows can just be very simple or very subtle. Yeah. And of course, we're using an E00 for those interested, which Copics I'm using. And there's actually a link in my description to all the supplies I use in case you're wondering what kind of tools I use for my artistic journey here. I don't go over the exact markers I have, but I kind of give you a basic understanding of what kind of like paper I use, what kind of pens I use, and all that. Just because I think some people might want to know that, you know, if they're just getting into it or what have you. do a second sort of coating for lack of a better term here. I'm starting to think I might have made the eyes a little too small. But can't really change them now, so it's going to work with what you got. I think if I just made it a little bit bigger, I think they'd be much better. But I already brought in the colors, and I don't want to change it because I'm lazy. So we can probably just I'll just probably add some ink in a little bit later. Just kind of beef up the eyes a bit in that way. But I already had to redraw this one so many times because I had kept messing up the inks on a lot of the areas on her and Stitch. It's kind of hard to get the shape of the eyes right on him, I found. And so I kind of had to redo it multiple times before I was really satisfied. Or at least comfortable streaming this one. And there are still some areas I kind of need to touch up a little bit, but those are like stuff I can do off camera or after I'm done coloring. So, all right. So we kind of got our face. Let's do the cheek here, and then we'll look at a second shade. All right. Okay. Just kind of try to make a note of the order I use the pens in when I do the other parts of her body. Because I kind of like to work in one area and then kind of move to another part of her body. So I think we'll start with an EO1. We'll start with the eyes because it's usually the darker area. Go with the nose. Okay. All right, it's starting to shape up a bit. Starting to like the skin tones here. Okay, let's pull out the EO2. Make note of that. All right. Hey, Grumpy. How you doing, man? Others are tempting, and Toys R 2 would win this bowl, honestly. But yeah, I like Nemo. I like that one. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for sharing the stream, man. I really appreciate that. I personally would go with Lilo and Stitch. I kind of talked about it a little bit. Well, I kind of did off camera because the last stream I did, I was kind of boomered it at the very start of it because I started like an hour. Well, what happened was I was starting the stream, or I thought I was streaming for like an hour or like 30 minutes or so, but I actually wasn't. I don't know, I think I hit what happened was I hit the stream like the little fucking what's it called? The little timer before the stream, and I accidentally hit that. And I guess a part of my brain thought I hit the go live button, so I was like streaming for like an hour. I was like calling for an hour, not like off air, and I was not realizing that I wasn't live. So you guys missed a whole ass conversation I was having with my fucking self. I was like, no wonder, because it's like I saw like 5 people in the waiting. I was like, wait, why is no one talking? It's just like, oh wait, it's like I'm not fucking live. No wonder. But yeah, a Mac and E90 did, but we're all good now. We're all good. But yeah, it is good to be back. It's good to be back. So I kind of want to add the E93 a little. I don't know if that will work. I think E11 and E21 might be good for some of the shadows here. Let's try E11, actually. Let's kind of get the darker areas going. But how's it, Grumpy? It's been a while, man. I saw that you were posting your toy pics on Twitter the other day, and then I ended up like we like fucking took over the fucking CSF Nation chat for like an entire day just talking about Transformers. Because my talking about it the night before kind of led to your discussion, and I was like, "Oh, you pulling out your Transformers? I'm pulling out mine now." Which that's not all the figures I had when I was it's just kind of like the only ones that are intact at the moment. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock any of these other films, but I'm more of a Stitch fan. So Stitch just cracks me up. He's just so fucking funny. I really like this story. The characters in it. All right, I think let's blend the nose a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually trying to find a Stitch stuffy for my niece because it's her birthday coming up in I think the 11th. Yes, 11th. I was trying to find one. I can't find one anywhere. It's like I have to check again somewhere else. Which they actually just opened up a new Toys R Us where I live at a mall. So I was like, holy shit. It's like awesome. Well, it's a very small store. It's a very small store. Although it's still kind of being renovated at the moment. So can't really expect too much at the moment. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Is that a little bit of... Hold on. Gotta make note of which pens I used. E11. And E00. Can find in any store will be shown or could stitch. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually had to redraw this one like multiple times. Like I have like because I kept messing up either the inks on Stitch's face or on Nani's like eye. It was like the littlest things that just like annoyed me. Like I got the eye sort of line work like kind of either I made it too small or too big, and it was just like it was something you can't really fix very well. So I had to go back and redo that multiple times. Ooh. Did I fucking refill you the other day? Come on. Yeah, no, video anyways. But yeah, I still have the original inks for the Stitch, but not the colored version because it's at its rightful owner's possession right now. I'll just say that. But I can always do another one if someone wants a commission or if they want that specific piece colored and whatnot. I can definitely do that for them. That's like one of the things about keeping this kind of like this new sort of approach I'm doing is kind of something that I'm actually kind of liking about it is that I can kind of save some of my work while also having like the colored. So like I can have the colored version and I can have like the ink, so I can always like come back to it. And if someone wants I can always like sell it if someone wants a copy of it or something. But yeah, I got the wind blade, the Flame Toys wind blade on order, so that should be arriving. Order from Shozi Store. They're usually pretty good with shipping, so probably about a week or so. And I'm thinking of doing an actual because it's a model kit, so I'm thinking of doing an actual stream of that, of me actually building that thing. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. Something different, you know, spice things up. I'm not too sure if I'm liking the E11. I have to go over with something else, probably E02 or something. Yeah. But I have to keep consistency, so. Ooh, this might actually work like this. I really need to tie my Okie Disney roots. I'll post a couple to the. Yeah. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, that'd be awesome to see. Windblade, she's basically Arist with wings and a geisha. Yeah, I love. Yeah, she's a really cool character. I like her design. And kind of the way she was kind of created was kind of cool. That she was actually like a fan created character in a sense. Because I wasn't really around, or I was around, but I just wasn't really part of that process. That was just an element of the fandom. I just kind of wasn't really. I kind of just flew over my head for some reason. So when it was happening, obviously, but But yeah, the way they kind of did was they basically went and made this kind of poll, and then they kind of had different like characteristics, different elements of the character, like their gender, for lack of a better terms, because obviously they've always been kind of weird how gender works with Transformers, but depending on it all kind of depends on the writers, and how like female and male Transformers sort of differ and whatnot. I always go by, it doesn't matter. It's like I don't give a fuck. I don't care how there are male and female lines. It's like who cares? It's like there's just some things that just don't need to be explained, Don't expect much. They're really old. Well, I love that she's a fan. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of fans don't really like her because of that. Some people are like, oh, she's kind of taking over RC's spotlight as the main sort of go-to. Because for a while, she's kind of the go-to female character because she was appearing in the Cyberverse cartoon. She was appearing in the Machinima series and in the, I think in the Robots in Disguise, the sequel series to Transformers Prime, which wasn't very good. It's just not the same sort of caliber of storytelling that Transformers Prime was. Yeah, it was just didn't really take itself seriously. When the Netflix where Transformers Prime kind of did, it was kind of meant to be a bit more serious, but also kind of had I think that Transformers Prime especially really struck a really good sort of tone for Transformers television, where it had a sense of humor. It was fun, but also could take itself seriously. It's a really good balance, I felt, with that show. Left on all of 7 for $4 million in the G1. Their series is still cuckoo, but just wish they'd make. Yeah, I'd really like to see Fans Toys or some of the other third-party companies really go in on some of the fembots, because I want an Alita 1. Even though I do have that Voyager 1, but I want one to kind of go in scale with my MPs, because I primarily going with the MP Masterpiece Collection and in that scale. And I kind of want things to kind of be in scale for the most part. I thought I filled you up last week or a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I felt that too. That show really means a lot to me. It was a very important show. That Transformers Prime was a really good show, and it was very important to me. And so obviously, I'm always gonna love that show. But yeah, looking back, there's definitely some things I would change, like here and there. I think that even though I love Bulkhead, I think that would have been really cool. I think they originally were gonna go with Ironhide for the show, and as much as I like Bulkhead, I love that Bulkhead from the animated series, from Transformers Animated, but I did not love Bulkhead from Animated more than I love Ironhide, my boy. So I would have, and so if I had the choice between Bulkhead or Ironhide, I'm going with fucking Ironhide. In a cartoon, it's like fuck yeah. But I guess they kind of wanted to kind of make the team a little bit more quote unquote diverse, not in the newer sense of the word, but in terms of personalities and whatnot. They wanted to have, because they already had a Ratchet who's kind of like that old, grumpy, grizzly war veteran type. So I guess they kind of wanted to go in a different direction, or with the tough guy character. But yeah, I definitely felt like that. RC she definitely had a lot of the traits from G1, but she also had a lot of traits from Chromia. Sort of that really taking no shit attitude. That she had in the original cartoon. So it didn't really. I mean, I understand why they kind of made her blue because obviously they wanted to pair her with the male human character. What's his name? Jack? Yeah, Jack. Ooh. Like the whole starting squad, but yeah, Cliffjumper got fucked over in that show like really early on too. I was just like, I wouldn't have gone that way. I would have just had like just like kill off Hoffer or something like that. Someone no one cares about, like Hoffer, Gears. Although I like Gears a little bit in that one episode, but like, why do you gotta kill Cliffjumper? Like, that's my boy. But I understand they're kind of trying to establish stakes here and there. But I was like, but you have to kill my favorite ones. But oh shit, I'm using the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, well, who cares? Yeah, we'll make it work. Hey Corey, how you doing, man? And how many markers do you use in drawing like that? This many. This many. And a couple more on the table. And right there is my Copic collection. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to navigate this thing. Still getting used to it. But yeah, I have a ton. Let's see. I can't believe the Ratchet were better than that in that show. Yeah, Ratchet was really good in that show. Ratchet had a really good arc in that series, as well as in Transformers Animated. He was like a very much a standout character in that show as well. I really liked his story with a Mega Supreme and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, I like Bumblebee, but I prefer the more G1 Bumblebee because I wasn't really a big fan of the way they were kind of depicting him. And more recently with the movies and then the cartoon, I kind of like the idea of him being kind of just like the smallest member, the weakest member, but still just as brave as anyone else. I thought that was more inspiring as a character. Even the smallest and arguably the weakest can still be just as brave and do the right thing. And he never lets his size or his and arguably the idea that maybe he could be the weak link in the team, but he's still he's still willing to fight the good fight even still, and he's always has a positive attitude and whatnot. Like that was my movie. So yeah. Exactly. All right. What else am I missing? You need some B11. If I'm honest, I do own like 7 Bumblebees. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because I'd probably work better than have like Spike but I think they had Spike in the MP44, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I would have liked to see them do a spark plug for Ratchet. I think that would make more sense because they were kind of the doctors of the team in the old cartoon. But I was never really into the whole. I never really. I don't think I've watched a whole lot of season 3 and 4 after the movie. So, but I am going through like a binge rewatch of the old cartoon. I'm gonna end up watching season 3 and 4 because it got weird. It had some weird episodes. Obviously, I've watched obviously the Return to Optimus Prime, the Dark Awakening or something like that. It's the one where Prime comes back to life for a bit, and I think I saw the one with Starscream where he comes back as a ghost and he's kind of working with Unicron in that episode because Unicron's trying to come back to life and stuff like that, and with Starscream's help. And he goes around like possessing other Decepticons and Autobots and whatnot. All right. I think. Right. That is Spike. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one they had in the toy. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so I didn't really get into like the headmaster stuff or the target master stuff. It was like, it's kind of, it seemed a little pointless to me. Just like having a transformer turns into your head or whatever. I mean, I understand that it kind of makes them more powerful, I guess, but I was like, Now, granted, Megatron did turn into a gun, so I was like, okay, but. Yeah, exactly. They probably should have done at least a swappable head for RC. Because I imagine because the RC head would be very small, because it'd probably make the head really big, on the figure. So I imagine that's probably why they didn't go that route. But they could have at least had a swappable head or something like that instead. But that's why a third party exists. They'll probably. I'm guessing that's somewhere in the pipeline. One of those companies. All right. I might pull out a dark brown, just slightly darker one. Did I get I don't remember if I got a refill. I did get a refill for it. I don't think I refilled it very much. So let's get a new one. All right. B25. Don't think I filled it up as much as I should have, so let's quickly. Wrong side. Take care of that. Now, I usually want to do this off to the side, not so you don't get any fucking ink, because I actually had it kind of explode on me one time. All right. That should be enough. I got a good guy for the role, but I have no faith in them getting the. What about that? What are you going to do to the crow now that. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I don't know anything about the crow, so. Okay, I'll just let that sit for a minute. I'll do shadows later. I want to touch up just a little bit. on our face before moving on. I didn't have a wind blade with that match. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw that one. What was that? I think it was like the car one or something. So I mean, I guess it could happen. They could probably make it work. Just the figure just had to be really tiny. Whatnot. Hey, Kilicho, how you doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you. I'm still working on that Beta Menace thing. I just haven't had time to work on it lately. But I still have it in a drawer, and I will work on it eventually. All right. I'm liking that. I'm doing quite well. Thank you. The cast only one of the Skarsgård dudes do the crow. No problem with that. Gotcha. Ooh, I should probably show you what I'm drawing. Here, I'll move the camera just a little bit forward there. Let me just go that way. There we go. Much better. Now, Megatron, I have been trying to get a Beta Menace piece together for you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really the best with a likeness. That's the main problem I'm having with a lot of them. I'm not really the best with real life, or especially at that small of a scale, I'm kind of drawing at. So I might just like scrap that one, or maybe I'll come back to it later. But I might just do like individual pieces for them instead. But we'll see. I'll probably make it work. I'll find a way to make it work. But yeah. All right. I think that's could use a bit more. E00 maybe. All right, that should do it for now. We'll go on later with E25 or something to kind of bring out sort of the shadows, like the under the neck and whatnot. But I don't want to do too much because I think that I'm trying to keep it within that sort of a simplistic, like cartoony art style of the original movie. So, okay, this guy needs a fucking refill. Here, I'll pull out the other guy. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's see how this does. Hopefully it didn't overfill. That'd be bad. All right. All right. Let's get this arm going. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, just go for the fingers. It's going to be darker anyways. All right. I'll pull this guy. Use this guy instead. There we go. Much better. Gonna kind of wait a minute before the ink touches the tip of the marker here before it's good to go. So remember you just saying, ooh, that sounds cool. I thought about doing Steph and Mara as Velma and Daphne. I think it would be kind of cool from Scooby-Doo, whatever. But that'd be a fun one to do, actually. I think, like, just those two characters in general, I think would be a lot of fun. But let's get the waist going now, and we'll get the finger going in just a minute. All right. Let's see if the brush is working now. All right, that's good. Everyone thinks she showed nail polish in the movie. Don't think the animation really colored that. Yeah, I don't think so. Just look at some reference here. I'm gonna just do like a light sort of pink for it for nail though. All right. Okay. Just get a layer on the finger. Okay. Let's get an EO1 out. Ooh, kind of colored your foot there, Stitch. Oh well, you're blue. It'll be covered up later. You could probably fix that a little bit. Yeah, it'll be fine. I was going to use the blender, but you know, it should be fine. Here it is. The blue will cover it up. It's a little bit darker shade. Or I kind of, the one I did last week actually kind of ran out of ink on one of the pens. So, but I got a refill for that the other day, so it's all good now. So there shouldn't be any problems with a stitch here. That was at 4:20. Holy shit. Sweet hour. At least where I'm living. I don't know where you guys are living, but it's sweet time. Read time on Cybertron. Yeah, it should be fine. Just trying to make sure I'm doing getting skin tone right on Nani here. Get a reference here. Let's get our fingers. All right. Pull out EO2. Let's go. There it is. There. Oh, yeah, Lilo still in the lead. Oh, 50%. Who else is voting? Lilo and Beauty are kicking ass now. Toy Story is getting his ass whooped. Oh, yeah. That was me last week with my actual fucking stream. I hit the fucking stream button like a dumbass. And I was like halfway through that stitch. I was coloring up too. Like I was halfway through the main sort of blue coating of him. So I was just like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh well. Not much you can do after that. So I ended up just like doing some pencil sketching afterwards. Just kind of make up for it a little bit. So I think I worked on I did light boxing. Yeah, I did my light boxing for the Megatron and Prime one I was working on. Toy Story 2's got stock has gone down an awful lot since I made it. Yeah, I like that. I really like the first two. I haven't seen the third and fourth movie though. I haven't seen those ones yet. Just haven't really gotten around to it. Really is still the best. Put together the early. Yeah. New menstruation celebration though. Yeah. God, it's been so long since I've been to the actual movie theater. Actually, I think it was last year. I think, but it was only to see Empire Strikes Back when they were doing the whole re-releasing movies thing during COVID. That was like the last movie I ever saw in theaters. For now, not really ruling out the possibility of me going back, but it's just like this is like certain things I just can't really bring myself to do. I can't support a lot of these companies anymore. There might be a few exceptions here and there over the years. Like I might get that new Batman game that's coming out. But that'll only be like to play with friends, like with because I like to play games with Mara on Twitch and stuff. So that'll be the only reason I cave. But yeah, so I still haven't seen like the Batman movie. I haven't seen the Spider-Man movie. Just have zero interest in those movies at all. Luke and Stitch. What? Oh, Luke. What? Oh, Luca. Oh, Lilo. Yeah. Yeah, they did that. They did that for sure. I remember watching that a little bit of the cartoon they did. They did a while ago. So I remember we had the Lilo and Stitch movie, then we had the Stitch movie, which was kind of a prequel or to the a show, I think. Yeah, because I remember watching some of the episodes when I was younger, back then. All right. Yeah, no problem, man. I get it. I was like, Luco. Who's Luco? It's Luco Skywalker. There you go. Now that's what we'll call Jake Skywalker from now on. Yeah, he needs a new name. All right. I think we're kind of ready to move on. Just do a little bit here. A little bit. We'll go Skywalker. Yeah. Skywalker. What a bitch. I'll do some EO2. Where did I fucking put you? Okay, I think that'll do it for our skin tones. So we'll move on to her clothing, and then we'll move on to Stitch. I think the clothing won't take too long. So her shirt here is kind of an orangey, sort of salmon color. It was kind of hard to find good markers for her. Hopefully I don't run out of ink on them, because some of them are kind of dying on me. Where's my... Let's put you guys in here. I'm going to keep some of these ease. Was it 831, 821? Might help. pull my oranges. So I think a bright shirt would probably be the best option here. Just kind of differentiate it from the her skin tones a little bit. So okay. So we'll kind of just go with like a very light, sort of yellowish, orange sort of color for it. So I think we'll go with a YR 31. Luckily, it's a very small part of her body anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Actually, that kind of works. I kind of contemplated earlier actually doing the red, and because I saw that she had like so look at references for her costume, and I was like, oh, or not costume, but her clothing. I was like, oh wait, I could do the white and red one she had at the end of the movie, but little late now. Which I think I'll just keep the yellow. Yeah, we'll keep this. I like this actually. This works. She's a woman. She has multiple shirts, I imagine. I'll just try and go for like the original, like the first sort of outfit she was wearing when you first see her in the movie. And she had kind of a salmon type of top here, but yeah. All right. Let's get her shoulder going. I'm actually kind of surprised. Actually, I kind of talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago when I did the Incredible stream when I came back. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they never did an Incredibles like cartoon show, like Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, but Disney cartoon show. Because they did a lot of, because I think they did Lilo and Stitch, and I think they did another show. I can't remember, but like, you know, the Incredibles is like one of those things that it's like that idea like lends itself to a cartoon show. Like it's just a really good concept for it. I mean, I guess because the 3D animation wasn't as big back then. It wasn't until a little bit more. Well, it was still a big thing because obviously because of Beast Wars, but it wasn't. I think doing an Incredible show like based on the movie animation would have probably been, I guess, difficult at the time. But I might be down for like a 2D animated version of that too, you know. But all right, so I think we'll use the light orange, which is like a YR02. It's kind of the color I have to her clothing here. So I'll just add that in. You know, add a light pink to it. I think that might just make it pop a little bit. It's just a weird fucking color, salmon. Well, it's not a weird color. It's just one I don't have. That makes two of us. So I just want a 2D Transformers again. Yeah. I'm okay with the 3D animation, but well, they kind of did that. I mean, They kind of did a little. It was kind of 2D, but not 2D. You know, with the Cyberverse show, kind of that 2D look, but that was weird. Animation style now is just kind of lazy, in my opinion. Like a lot of shows are just very lazy nowadays. Kind of works as more things than I expected to. I know. It's like, what the fuck are you supposed to be? All right, where the fuck did I put my blender? There we go. Just push a few things back. That's kind of what you use your blender for. Those wondering, you kind of use your blender to kind of put. You can kind of, if you kind of go outside the lines, you can kind of push some of the color back a little bit. Hold on, need a drink. And so I just got a little bit of the yellow orange on the Stitch's eye here. So I'm just gonna touch that up. I might just bring a bright yellow. Yeah, I need more pink. Pink colors. Probably help me out a lot here. But just I think just doing more yellow I think would be best here, honestly. Yeah, just go with the yellow t-shirt. Fuck it. Oh, yeah, 3D stuff from it's just kind of it's kind of a missed sort of a animation style, I think. I mean, because nowadays it's kind of easier to do 3D animation, but not that it's bad or anything, but like you kind of see like it's not as doesn't really have as much like personality, for lack of a better terms, as like the old style used to be. But yeah, Transformers Prime had really good animation. It was really well animated. For the most part. It kind of took me a while to kind of get used to the mouths, but eventually it kind of just didn't really grow on me, but kind of became less annoying, for lack of a better. I'm running out of ink on you, so I will put you away. Gosh. All right, let's use you for some of the shadows. And the styles are now practically non-existent. Yeah. Like the new that'd be weird. The Batman show looked awful. Like it was just not. It wasn't like a terrible show in of itself. Like it had some interesting ideas. I like the idea of them kind of using more obscure villains. That was kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't like that yellow I used or just used. Oh well. Here, maybe we can lift it a little bit. All right, that should be fine. Well, there's some ideas I liked in the Beware the Batman show, just animation wise, and I kind of don't like that Katana was like Batman's kind of first sidekick, and then I was like, no, it should be Robin. Robin should always be the first sidekick in the Bat family. And they kind of did that too in the Batman cartoon. They had Barbara Gordon be a part of the family before Dick Grayson did. I was like, no, it should be Dick Grayson first. Although I do like the Batman show. That was just one thing that never really sat right with me. All right, that'll do. That'll do for now. It's a 9 color. I'm not too sure if I'm liking it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I worked with Green Lantern because of the art style of that, and because Green Lantern is kind of a character that kind of works with 2D animation or 3D animation because of all the constructs and whatnot. Let's try you. Oh, no, not you. You're trash. Got this guy. You're dying on me. There we go. Not too sure that'll blend well. Yeah, we'll come back to the shirt in a minute. Maybe once I do a stitch, I'll kind of lessen it a bit. But let's get the booty shorts going on our lady here. I'll turn around. And good. Yeah, as a later character, I'd be fine with like I'm fine with Katana as a character. I just didn't really like that they brought her in so soon, Like honestly, they should have just done like an Outsiders cartoon because they kind of they had a Metamorpho in that show. So it's like, well, why don't you just do a Batman in the Outsiders cartoon show entirely? Like, you have Black Lightning, you could have Katana, Metamorpho, Can't really remember who else was on the team. I wasn't really into the Outsiders that much, but you might have had some of the other, I think they might have had some of the INC characters, if I'm not mistaken. Part of that. But, yeah. Just going to check to see if it's live. Okay. At that point, it should have been like Batman. Yeah, exactly that, because they had a bunch of characters from that. But eventually, they did eventually cave in and kind of start doing some more recognizable characters. Like I think they teased Two-Face at the end. They brought in Ra's al Ghul. They brought in Deathstroke, I think. They brought in Killer Croc was in it. But they wanted to focus more on characters like Anarchy and Professor Pig, who wasn't really Professor Pig, because for those who know the comics, know that Professor Pig ain't. It's kind of a loon. It's kind of crazy, a lot crazier than what they depicted him in the cartoon. But I kind of understand why, because it's a cartoon for kids, so they don't want it. But I think there could have been a way they could have done that character a little bit differently. And still kind of be a little bit more faithful, but they had Lady Shiva actually was in that show as well, I think. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Although she had a little bit of a different personality, a little bit, from what I'm used to in the comics with that character, though. Shit away. My fucking desk is still not here, though. It said, I don't know, it's Wafer. I'm not too sure I'm going to be ordering from Wafer next time. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because a couple of weeks ago, they said that it was going to be here on March 29th. And it hasn't arrived yet. It is now April 2nd. So, and then they updated the orders form or whatever on the website to where it's like, oh, it's going to be arriving March 27th. I was like, what the fuck do you mean on March 27th? You don't have a fucking time machine. How are you going to deliver it to me on 27th, motherfucker? It's like, so I imagine that means this Sunday, so tomorrow. Either that or next year, because they didn't fucking put the actual fucking year on it. So it's like, oh, maybe it's just going to come next year. I was like, what? I'm not going to wait a fucking year for a goddamn desk to arrive. I was like, I was fucking order from IKEA or some shit. But now I'm just playing the waiting game for that thing. And it sucks too because I organized the room. I made sure the room was clean and whatnot and ready for the fucking desk that arrived. Like, nope. Yeah. Gay, overpriced, and fully breaded. Gotcha. Duly noted. I will not shop from there again. Unless it's something I absolutely need, then. But I was like, I'll just stick to fucking IKEA. We got one in our area, but I couldn't really find a desk I liked for that was in stock and whatnot. So yeah, because I might have to, I might need to take off a shift at work because I sometimes have late night shifts. So the company I work for, so and UPS or FedEx is they haven't really. I don't think they specified which fucking delivery they're using. So, but they said that they usually use either FedEx or UPS for delivering like furniture and stuff. So, or Pure later. So, no idea when that's coming. But they usually like deliver around nighttime ish. So And I've heard like the customer service isn't very good, so I'm just like, ugh. Probably should have gone somewhere else for a new desk. But I was just like, everything else was like fucking expensive, and I kind of got the desk on a good deal, so I was just like, so kind of got it on sale. So it better be the best fucking desk in the world when it comes. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's IKEA, yeah, and I got her the name on on Amazon, yeah. I got a chair from Amazon. That was improved my leg pain posture. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah. I actually saw one on Wayfair. It was like it was kind of an office chair, but it had like a what's it called? Massage chair function too. I was like, oh shit, I should get one of those. That'd be fucking amazing for my back. But I am swearing off. I am boycotting Wayfair until my desk arrives. All right, let's get darker shade in. Let's get BO B12. You know who else I can't stand? DHL. Yeah. I actually don't mind DHL. I haven't gotten many packages from them, but they seem to be fine here for the most part. The only thing I don't like is that they kind of give you last minute sort of because they kind of give you a last minute sort of not really, what's it called? Because like one time I was sent something and then I had to like pay like a certain amount before it could kind of before it arrived where I was at. And it was a weird thing that they did. They kind of like texted me and whatnot. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I mean, it was kind of done so I don't have to pay at the door, but I was like, dumb. This is the weird thing, but for the most part, I haven't really had much issue with DHL. Yeah, so it would be, but not from Wayfair because they'll never get to you. Oh, and even the unholy one instead. It's always been late. Gotcha. Brought it to me even at work. I don't know. Maybe it's different in different countries. I'm not too sure how it works there. Which I end up actually, speaking of different countries, like differences, like actually, Mara, the pieces I made for her Christmas, she's been having fucking trouble finding a 9x12 like picture frame for it. I was just like, how do you not have a 9x12 frame? And it's like, I went as far as to like look up like the different like stores or whatever in USA, or I looked up the Michaels like from the American version. I was like, why don't you guys have fucking 9x12 frames? It's like, what are you doing? So I ended up going to the Michaels where I live because we have like 9x12 frames everywhere you fucking look in that store. You can't see what I'm fucking coloring. I'm too busy talking. But so I ended up just going ahead. You know, your birthday's coming up soon. I'll just like buy you the fucking frames and send them to you. So got some frames and they're packed and ready to go. I just need to send them out. I just have to wait till Monday to send them off. So All right. Let's start with Stitch, and we'll kind of do like the highlights and whatnot. Let's get them done. So since I did Stitch the other day, I kind of know which colors to use. Okay. I might try something a little bit different. Just look at I need some Stitch reference. There we go. All right. Miss AC more. They would literally not bring packages to the office door, but leave them right inside the door from where they could. Oh, yeah. Tell her to try Hobby Lobby. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if this guy's going to work or not. Yeah, no. I'm going to use this guy. All right. So I want to do P14 first or P23 first? That's the question here. Maybe not this one. Maybe B12 might be a better option. All right, we'll start dark and we'll start light and work dark for the main portion of his furriness. But what kind of inspired this piece in particular, which we're finally getting to the actual inspiration for this guy. But I kind of, I was kind of thinking about drawing because I was rewatched. What kind of inspired the whole Stitch theme to begin with was I rewatched this Lilo and Stitch for the first time. And probably been a while since I've watched that movie, but yeah, I remember. But I ended up rewatching, and I kind of just got into a bit of a Stitch mode for a bit. So I was like, oh, I'll draw Stitch, and then I was like, oh, I should draw Nani then. It's just like, and so I kind of went online, looked at different pictures of Nani, and I found this one that was kind of stuck out to me. It was this one. It's the one I'm looking at now because I'm actually using it as reference for a Stitch here, but it was kind of this. It's this kind of nice. It's a little pose. It's Nani holding a Stitch in her arms while she's like reading him a book and whatnot. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cute. I like it. So we're gonna go with something like that. That's kind of how this one kind of came about. I was debating on different poses, and then I kind of went with just having like sleeping or something like that in her arms. So that's how this guy came about. How is it? 5 o'clock. Go for a while now. Start at 3:30, so yeah. Making decent time, I'd say. It's been like, what, an hour? Hour and a half? That's cool. Yeah, I never tried draw stitch. Yeah, that's actually the very first time I actually drew a stitch before. I actually kind of had to really like use like reference for that one. When we huddle about junior Disney. If drawing just seemed like natural progression until I discovered anime. But I love both. Yeah, I kind of just go for more of a comic book style most of the time, anyways. But I do like the Disney art style. Like that's what I like about J. Scott Campbell's artwork for DC and Marvel. Like he kind of has that sort of Disney sort of style to the way he draws like characters in the. You know, it's just like just kind of adds a whimsical element to the characters and whatnot. All right. On. Gotta be careful not to get our shirts. Always about to mess up her pants there with his little saliva there. Need some water. All right. I'm thinking of changing the yellow shirt to a pink shirt. Actually, I might do that. Might be a better way to go about it. I don't know. We'll wait until let's finish up Stitch and then we'll kind of go back to Nani. Because the blue might be able to make the yellow pop a little bit more because blue and yellow usually look good together. So might be able to salvage this one. The happy medium comic doing stuff for me. Yeah, it's really, really solid. I'm still kind of finding my own art style. It's kind of why I haven't really pulled the trigger yet on the comic book yet. And because I'm still working on it, I just have not had the time to work on it lately. It's kind of in a little bit of a writer's block, and just working my ass off, and obviously doing this channel, coming back because I had a lot of free time back when I wasn't doing this stuff here. But I'll make time for it eventually. So, yeah, find a way to manage my time a bit better. Oh, it's supposed to be yeah, whatever. It'll be darkened anyways. Because he kind of has like a bluish sort of green to for the other shade of blue that he has. It kind of goes on his eyes and his the palms of his feet there. So, and a little bit on his chest, but you don't really see the chest anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think so. But it might be hard to really get that across on the yellow here. It might not blend very well. Is what I'm trying to fight in my head here. So. Yeah, I think the pink might work. It just, my problem is I don't know if it'll really blend well with, or contrast well rather, with her skin tone. Here. It should be fine, I guess. We'll get to it when we get to it. Let's get Stitch going. Because he's been waiting all fucking stream to get colored up, so. I like what you're doing, working with as far as style. Might be a lot of oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I try to go for the more superhero look. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying. I am trying. All right, let's get that part all colored up. Shade. That should all be in shadow. This here. And this here should be all in shadow. And the arm should be in shadow here. Yeah, I will. I think I will. I believe in myself. Because if I don't, no one will. So I think his saliva is kind of like a greenish, bluish, brownish type color. I remember. I'm trying to remember. It's kind of like a very like toxic looking green type color. So I might just like a yeah. So I haven't really decided which color I want to use for that. So a few greens here, and I might, just go with the green or something. Green and yellow should be fine for that one. All right. It is, but I can't quite remember myself. Gotcha. All right. I think we're almost ready to move on to another color. I might just need to blend a little bit more. All right, let's get a darker shade to make this sucker pop. So, once you gave me a few ideas actually how to proceed with that one piece, I've been stuck on. Oh, thanks. Oh, it's good to hear, man. I can be of some inspiration. Probably a darker shade actually. Yeah, that might work actually. Better. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, no. Don't know you saw it, but I put it in the chat like last week or so. So the one of the mermaid at night. Oh, I think I saw that one. I saw a couple pieces. I think it must have been just a little while ago. I'll look into it just a little bit, but I saw a lot of your artwork. It looks fucking awesome. If that was your art, was that your artwork, or I saw some like really like nice looking pieces because that's fucking awesome, dude. I couldn't remember if you said it was yours or someone else's that you saw, but if it is yours, it's fucking amazing, dude. Okay. I see Stitch's teeth. Okay, this must be a yellowish color. Wrong shade. Wow. Oh, awesome. That's awesome, dude. That was awesome. That's all right while you're drawing. Gotcha. Let's go, man. Oh, I just remember a test. Did you see the Super 7? I've never seen a Super 7 or a Thundercat, so no. Was never really into that. Those shows or movies, so. Probably should get a darker shade. Maybe 18, maybe best. There we go. Oop. Gotta be careful with Nani's. There we go. $5.30. I think at 8 is when Mara and stuff go live. My time, at least. These are about 9 or... Ooh, toy art. Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh, open link in YouTube. Let's see what you're sending me. Oh, shit. It's kind of cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be sticking with my Transformers here, buddy. So, last thing I need is another franchise to start collecting too much of. But yeah, I'm thinking of going on that the X Transbots Ultra Magnus pretty soon. I think that's the one I want to get. Need to start building out my movie / season 3 forecast. Oh, okay, yeah, the red. Gotcha, the Transformers red. Couldn't remember what that was about. But yeah, I haven't gotten any of those. Just gonna stick. I'm kind of just like sticking from with one sort of a scale, a figure, if you want. Because I don't really, I don't want to collect everything. I mean, maybe one thing I might like if a new like Megatron or Prime comes out that looks really cool, I might go in on. But I'm just kind of sticking with G1, stick with the G1s, and sticking with the I kind of just want to get one of each rather than I'm not really into like buying like a million different RCs or primes. I just want one good prime. It's kind of the way I'm sort of approaching the collection here. I'm actually kind of having a really big kind of a debate in my mind with which Stunticons to go with, because I have the Fans Toys Motor Master, but I don't have the other ones. Cause I'm kind of debating which ones I want to get, because on one hand I want the X-Transbots ones because I think they'll scale really well with the Autobot cars and whatnot, like with Prowl and whatnot. But at the same time, I kind of want them to match the scale of the aerial bots. So it's just like, don't know what to do. Because it's like, to me, like the aerial bots and Stunticons were kind of like the arch nemesis for the combiner teams, And then like obviously the Protectobots and Combaticons were rivals and whatnot. So I was just like, what do I do here? You don't want to get hooked on them. Yeah. The other time, MSC is really good. But I'm mostly but I have a bunch of like Fans Toys ones. I have the Dinobots, I have Galvatron, Cyclonus, Motormaster, and I have the their first Perceptor, not the newer one. So yeah, those Dinobots were fucking expensive though. But it's just like I had. There's one. Sometimes you just need to get something, It actually took me about a year to collect them all because they all went for a really high penny. The fucking thing that I hate so much though is that the sludge I paid way more than I probably could have, because they did a reissue of them recently and for a cheaper price. So I was just like, fuck. I hate when they do that, where it's just like you pay like a massive amount and then they come out and say, "Oh, by the way, there's a new reissue and of the original price." It's like, thanks, really appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Windblade I got doesn't transform either. It's a flame toy, so they're just model kits, action figures basically. But I don't really transform most of my Masterpiece figures anyways, most of the time, just because they're very fiddly and they're very expensive, and I don't want to break them. Like there's certain figures like I have not actually transformed. The only ones I transform multiple times is like the Dinobots because they're easier to transform. But like I haven't really, because I'm more for displaying my figures more so than like messing around with them or whatever. So, and most characters I usually just put in robot form. The only ones I would consider putting in like vehicle mode or alt mode is like the Dinobots and like maybe the Seeker Jets, because they're the ones that kind of display the best in alt mode. The rest are kind of best in robot form, so or combined form, with the combiner teams. And I have I still have my older Transformers to kind of scratch that wanting to transform my figures itch. So. that was like really cool. I actually went back and like found a bunch of my old toys and stuff. At least the ones that are still presentable, because some of them are kind of in pieces right now because of stuff that happened when they were being moved and stuff. Nice, yeah. I have my combiner. The only combiners I have right now combined are Bruticus and the Devastator, but I don't have Motormat. I don't have the other Stunticons, so I'm kind of just waiting because in my mind, like right now, kind of things are kind of on hold at the moment because of financial reasons. But I think I talked about this a little bit a while ago, but the goal was to kind of create for the display purposes. I was going to get a second Billy and a second Gersby. And, one Billy and one Gersby would kind of be for Autobots, and the other one for Decepticons. The other set, because I have a Gersby holding my combiners and Galvatron and all them, and then my Billy kind of has all the smaller bots. And the goal would have been to have like the smaller Transformers in the Billys, and then in the Gersbys would be where the combiners would kind of hang out. But the problem with the combiners is that I can only fit 3 because like right next to me, I have because there's only room for 2 in the shelf and then 1 on top. But the way I kind of figured it out is like, well, what if I put 1 combiner team in robot form? So I kind of have 1 shelf on top where Motormaster is, and that's kind of going to be where the Stunticons go. And then right now below Bruticus, there's another shelf, and if I remove that, I'll have enough room for a Predaking if they ever make one. So that's kind of like the layout I'm kind of going for my combiner teams. And then obviously, for the Billies, they'll be season 1, 2, 3, Although I don't really plan to get too much from season 3. I'll mostly just be getting the movie cast and some other things here and there. Like maybe a Computron, maybe I don't know. I wasn't really into the season 3 as much, so it'll probably just be Computron and the movie cast for the Autobots, and then I'll probably just have a miscellaneous shelf afterwards. Yeah, I think I posted the pictures in our group chat, so I think you kind of might understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, and then obviously the same would apply to the Autobots. So like I would have but instead I would have, the idea would be to have Omega Supreme, because obviously there's not very many not as many combiner teams as there are with the Autobots. So I was like, well, let's put the Omega Supreme on top, and then we'll put Superion, then we'll put the Protectobots, and then we'll put the Computron if they ever make one. Now, because I kind of want to, because the thing is, I kind of want to keep the combiners, like the order of which they appear, kind of in order. So, like on top, I have Devastator, for instance, and then beneath them will be the Stunticons, and then Bruticus, Predaking. Maybe I'm not too sure I'm gonna go with the Terracons just yet. I wasn't really into them as much, so yeah, I really want a Mega Supreme. Oh, did they release something, or are you talking about the King Toys ones? Because I think that I saw that King Toys was doing one, but I'm not too sure about the other one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. That is awesome. That's the Mastermind Creations one, right? The add Jetfire to Superion as armor. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool, actually. Let's get a little bit darker. Some areas here. I'm getting distracted with toy talk. But I like toy talk, so it's all good. All right. Good. So maybe a B24 might be a good way to sort of blend these guys in. This shade in. Ooh, I'll have to fix that. But yeah, as for my Autobots, I'm pretty much done the first season. There's just a couple mini bots, Jetfire, and Trailbreaker I still need. And as for season 2, I kind of just need a blaster. I need some of the mini bots and hoist, I think, and then obviously the fembots and whatnot. But I have no idea when they're making them, so not. Got that as a mistake. They were supposed to send me a deficit. Oh, okay. Yeah. I just saw there's a store at the mall where I live that actually had a Scorponok. I was like, holy shit, might actually get that one day. But I'm not too sure if I'm going to go in on the city bots just yet. Or, I'm thinking, the way I'm thinking about the city bots, because they're just way too fucking big. It's like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to fit those guys in my house. So I'm thinking the way I'll do the combiner teams is because I really like the stuff that New Age and Magic Square is doing with their legend scaled figures. I'm like, well, what if I just made like one little spot in my like room just for the Titans characters like Metroplex and Fort Mac and Scorponok and all them. And it's like, because I imagine the Magic Square and all them are going to eventually get to the big boys, and so I'm just like, oh, well, I might just wait until they come up with them and just go that way. But have the city boys, they have still, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the goal with the Titans characters. So. All right, let's just finish some areas here, and then we'll kind of wrap up. Actually, no, we have to do the other shade of blues and then the mouth and whatnot. All right. Yeah, I really want to see the because I'm thinking of my shelf. I'm thinking of doing dioramas actually when I get more figures in, but I'm actually kind of thinking about doing a Megatron like throne for my guy. But I mean that's gonna be a while from now when I get to that point. But the idea would be to have like an entire shelf just for the fembots and Alpha Trine and maybe like a Vector Sigma sort of background, and I think that would be kind of cool. Also, wouldn't mind like an Orion Pax figure if they ever make one. But yeah, my season 1 and 2 bots and cons to an extent are kind of almost done. And just some like I still need to get the cone heads because I'm not really sure on a few things here and there because the cone head, because the make toys, because because I have the Make Toys Seeker Jets, but I'm not too sure if because I know that they have the Dirge out, but I'm not too sure if they're gonna finish theirs because they haven't really been updating as of late. I'm not too sure if I'd be able to film that, but we can try. We'll try something. But yeah, I'm not too sure if Make Toys is ever going to make their cone heads. So I'm kind of debating in my head what I'm going to do with them. Because I imagine, and the Rainmakers too as well. The Acid Storm, Sunstorm, and Ion Storm, I think was the last guy's name. So I imagine that the Hasbro's going to try to reuse the Starscream mold because they did the Skywarp Thundercracker as well. So I imagine that they have cone heads in the works, and they can very easily do the other Rainmaker jets. So I'm not too sure. And obviously there's the deformation ones that are coming out that look fucking awesome. Like I was like, fuck. I kind of wish I went on those, but I am not trading out my Make Toys ones. So. But yeah. No one has ever finished them in their series at the MP scale, so that I know of. Well, they had the Masterpiece ones. I think Zeta Toys might have had some, but they're not really to scale with the other figures. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of waiting on Make Toys. That's the thing. I'm just kind of waiting to make sure they are actually doing all three of them because I know they have the Dirge out, but I'm not too sure when that Thrust or Ramjet are coming out. So when I see confirmation, then maybe I'll go in on them, and then obviously I still need to get an Astro Train and a Blitzwing because I need to finish out my Decepticons, and and the Reflector. I need to get a Reflector. That'll kind of round out my season 1 and 2 Decepticons, and the rest of the Sunicons. Hey, Dominic. How you doing, man? My 2 favorite Disney films aren't on the list. Aw. Sorry, man. But how are you doing, Dominic? It's been a while. Or a couple days. Yeah. Remember. I have that Sunstreaker. It's really fucking awesome. Really good figure. All right, I think that'll do it for Stitch here. Just kind of touching up the rest of them. What is your favorite Disney movie, though, Dominic? I'm curious. Because for me, it's kind of tied between this movie and The Incredibles. I think those are my 2 favorites. Aladdin, Hercules, got it. Gotcha. I don't think I've ever seen those movies. I don't think I've seen Aladdin before. Might need to go back and watch some things I haven't watched before. I'm like Mazza, I just haven't seen shit. Oh, shit. All right, let's get the eyelids going. As well as the little things here. Yeah, I need a little purple for the nose. Gotcha. Yeah, I imagine, yeah. Disney used to be really fucking awesome with their animations, but not so much anymore, as we all know. Yeah, I really miss the hand-drawn animations. So it kind of has a purplish, bluish sort of nose, depending on the scene. So, and of course the lighting, obviously. Let's move this down just a little. There we go. Yeah. Just use you. They're great. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's touch up the eyelids a bit. It's kind of a bluish, sort of green type of color to it. Oop, there you go. So let's do the teeth and the mouth, the tongue, and the saliva, and a little bit of the tips here. His fingernails, for lack of a better term. So need some yellow. Cause it's like, yeah, that should work perfectly. All right, start with the teeth. Draw yellow, which probably need to do some brushing. Let's see, okay. Also me too. Hand drawing, just more fun. Yeah. All right, let's get the saliva going. I think this color will work for that too. So just go with that. I think I need this guy. might be good here. All right, that should do it for the teeth. Let's grab some greens that I forgot to pull out earlier. Oh, fucking God, dropping everything. All right. Do some E's. Maybe we can put a slide on too. There we go. It was kind of a brownish sort of green, but I remember seeing the movie correctly. Yeah, I rewatched that movie a long time, or a couple of days ago. It kind of inspired this whole theme for the past 2 weeks. I was just like that. So it was a long time since I watched it. I was like blown away because there's like certain things I just didn't really pick up on the first time I watched it when I was younger because when you're younger you don't really understand certain things, but the more you watch, it's like there's a lot more to the story than meets the eye. It's really, really good. I consider it very much one of the more underrated films. So there's an area that needs fixing, and we'll get the tongue. Shouldn't be too hard. All right, so it's kind of a reddish pink, sort of it's kind of a hot pink, but I don't really have a whole lot of pinks, so just gonna have to work with what I got for him here. All right. Oh shit, it's already 6 o'clock. God damn. Going for 2 hours already. Let's start winding down pretty soon. And also order dinner because I am hungry. Hungry to set the gun. Okay, so I guess Steph didn't go. Because I thought Steph said she was going to go live on her Twitch today, but I guess not. Because I do not like to miss my friends' streams. I like to hang out with them. think use here for the dark area. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Actually, this guy might be. All right, let's move on to the inner side, or inner portion of his mouth. So go dark red. I think maybe a purplish sort of tint over top of it. Okay. Oh shit! Nemo and Toy Story. Oh shit! Toy Story came back. Dang. Earlier, Toy Story was getting his ass kicked early by a Nemo. Now tables have changed, or turned rather. Yeah, it's on Steph's this week. Top Nerdy Plus is on her channel, I think. Alright. I think need a purplish color. I think. Nope, not you. Different one. Maybe this guy. Yeah. Or yeah. Don't think you're dark enough. All right, I think that should do it for Stitch. Actually, no, I need to do these fingertips, which I actually got these in the mail, or not in the mail, but got these at the store a couple days ago. First time using toner markers. So, yeah. But I think I kind of like the highlights, but yeah, it's fine. All right. There's our Sleeping Beauty. Now we just need to fix up or finish up Nani. Gotta get her eyes going. And then her lips. And then we should get the color wrap. Actually, no, her hair too. We need to get her hair going. Her highlights. So we'll do that right now. Because in the movie, she kind of sometimes would have like these little brown like highlights in her hair. You could barely see it, but they were there. I noticed. So I'm putting them in. And obviously, oh my gosh, looks like she has pink eye because of all the ink I put on her white part of her eye. But that's why we have Uni-balls and jelly rolls. And, you know, I don't mind Nemo. I liked it. The Dory movie was okay. You know, always kind of bugged me was the parents of Dory. It's kind of like you guys just waited, like you just like the fact that they just waited there the whole time while their daughter was out fucking in the sea by herself. I was like, no. It's like you don't leave her. It's like, why aren't you going out to look for her? She's probably dead now because of you guys. Because you guys don't fucking look for her. It's like. Nah. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah. Gotta show off that Hawaiian hair. That's a little dark. I think a copper would be good here. Yeah, I like that. Put a little bit on the eyes here. Now, in some scenes, she kind of doesn't really have a very pronounced lipstick. But other ones, she does. It's kind of hard because it's like to tell because of her. Sometimes her skin color can kind of clash with the reds on her lips. So, but I looked at it again and I saw that she does have lipstick on. So we gotta go dark red with that. So we'll go with this guy. Which that's a good color for her. Holy shit, I like that. All right. And leave a little highlight in her lips there. And we'll add a little bit of, which I think crimson is a little better here. Hey, Riot, how you doing? Yeah, she really is. She was like one of my first crushes, actually, growing up. That surfing scene kind of sealed it for me. I was like, yeah, that's a woman right there. But how is the Riot Kitty doing today? All right. Yeah, I like those lips. Maybe a little bit more reddish. I think 14. Oh, maybe it needs to be deeper this way. So we're like on the opposite sides then of the crushes we have. You know what? I think I'll touch up the skin tones on her a little bit, just to make her pop a bit more. Hold on. I threw all my markers in here, so I'll pull them up. Pull out my big, juicy, ink-filled markers. You, not you. Where's my O2? Fuck. Not you. Hold on. Gosh. That's why I really need my new fucking desk in. I'm losing my shit. There it is. With my hand the whole fucking time. All right. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of blush to her. I'm going to grab some red in just a minute. I think that might make her pop a bit more. Because in some scenes, she does have a little bit of a blush to her skin tone. So for me, it was opposite at least. Yeah. The Ellen Shen designing the Batman later. Cool. All right. So we're not going to go for a background today. Maybe I should do the, I could do the comic. Oh my gosh, I just I didn't realize I got some ink on the white here. Okay, so no background at all, because I kind of fucked it up. So I was thinking of doing like the comic book panel thing. And I could kind of still do it. Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just have to white out this shit here. Did not notice that at all. All right. Oh yeah, yeah, bubbles. Yeah, that was so fucking funny in that one scene where she's talking to Bubbles when he answers the door, and Stitch comes out with a book and just like takes one glance at him and is like, "I don't like you." And he just throws the fucking book at his fucking face. That always fucking gets me every time I watch that movie. Just like throws at him for no reason. Like the funniest part about it was his facial expressions, because it's like it was like very like quick how fast he was able to make that sort of decision is like, you know what? I don't like this guy. He's like, he just comes out normal. He's like, you know what? Who's this guy? You know what? I don't like you. I throw my book at you. This cracks me up. Yeah. Don't flush all the time. Well, I need to learn how to use the layers. Yeah. I like that actually. I might need to do it a little bit darker in some of these areas here. I actually kind of like the shirt now that I think about it. I think what I'll do is I'll put a pink sort of background in, or a pink like rectangle or whatever shape, and that'll make things pop a bit more. That was like 7. Yeah. No one's blaming you, right? Although, if they ever did a live action, even though I fucking would never want to see a live action Lilo and Stitch, but if they did, the best guy to play Bubbles would probably be Sam Jackson. I think that he probably looks like that character's. Like, I'd be surprised if that character wasn't modeled after Sam Jackson. But I fucking hope they never do a Lilo and Stitch live action, because all their other remakes are awful. All right, let's see. Actually, with this, maybe this. What's in my browns? Come on. This guy work. Nope, not this guy. Not you either. Just trying to test some different colors out. Let's see if yeah, no, it's too dark. That's what I'm trying to do here. All right. Yeah, I think it's time we need to get some more earth tones as well. Kind of limited here. Is it live action track records or anything about it? Yeah. I really hope they don't. But I mean, we'll always have the original, so it doesn't really matter, even if they do go through with that. Because I mean, it is inevitable, honestly. Because Disney's just running out of ideas, you know. Ooh. Maybe. I haven't seen Hercules, so I wouldn't know. Only a handful. There's just kind of only a handful of Disney movies I've ever watched, honestly. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I've seen Mulan once, which I really need to rewatch at some point. I've seen, obviously, Lilo and Stitch. I've seen Incredibles a million times. I've seen the Finding Nemo movies. I've seen Lion King, obviously. Let's see, what else have I seen? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there's one I can think about off the top of my head. Oh yeah, Toy Story. The first two Toy Stories I've seen, yeah. Ooh. Sorry, Stitch. Put some ink in your eye. While you're sleeping too. That's disrespectful. He's like, motherfucker. Well, I'm not too sure if Stitch says motherfucker, but it could happen, as he grows up. I think maybe warm grays might actually help here. Might. All right. maybe. He'd be like a fucking serial killer alien or something. I don't want to see that, though. I don't want to see an R-rated Stitch movie. At least not ironically. Yeah, just put it that way. Although I do like this one channel where they kind of added where they make it R-rated, where they kind of edit different movies. Like they did, they kind of reimagined Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or into a or into a horror movie, and they had a bunch of and like they kind of reimagined Willy Wonka as like a serial killer or something like that. And they did Home Alone too, and so like he has them like all like the kids in the fucking Willy Wonka movie all get fucking murdered brutally. It's just like, oh fuck, dude. And I think they did Home Alone, did Star Wars, then they did. So I think they did the Order 66 scene. I think they did that. But yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, definitely plug her channel, obviously, if you can. Do that for me, Grumpy. Because we need to support our family, our Ohana, our YouTube Ohana. All right. Which I might just make you a mod in general, right? Since you're usually here a lot. I'll just give you a wrench. How do I do this? There we go. Add mod. All right, you got a nice blue wrench now. Miss Riot. I hope. There you go. There you go. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, Riot. There's a present for you on your way out. There you go. Now you can whack out all the bots and trolls, and or just whoever you feel like it. All right, later, Riot. Later. Hope you have a wonderful day. Rest of your day. We're almost done here, honestly. Holy shit, almost 3 hours here. Hold on. Holy shit. Or no, not 3 hours, but we started at 3:30, so yeah, it's about 3 hours. All right, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I think I'm satisfied with this one. Obviously, I'll probably go back and fix some things up here and there. Unless some the line work needs to be touched up. So we'll go ahead and get the border done, and then we will call it a wrap. So let's get my ruler. There you go. So, okay. All right. So I'll move all my markers. I'll just use one color for it. Ah! Fall and move up. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think they... hopefully they can... Steph doesn't really update her YouTube in a timely manner sometimes, so... Usually takes a while for her stream to be up. So you're all good. You're all good, Grumpy. I think I misread that conversation, but yeah. All right, let's go with this. Or no, let's use the no. Use this guy. Yeah, that's about right. We'll go 4.5 to 8.5. Let's do a little comic panel type thing here. And right here, we'll just need to go. There we go. And please don't fuck up. Thank you. Just eyeballing it. Almost. All right. So let's get some pink on her. I think that'll make her really pop out from here, I think. So. All right. And then we'll call it a wrap after this. Actually, use this guy. Which one do I want? Which I think this guy might be a better option. We'll do this. There we go. I think a darker shade might actually pop her out a bit more here. So. There we go. Put an outline around her, then we'll fill in the big chunk areas. Ooh, I should probably. Yeah, so I think Lethal might have a. I think I might have given Lethal a wrench a while ago, but I think. Oh no, actually no, he wouldn't have it now because I think he has channel deleted. So, but I think Mara has one. I think I might have given Steph one. All right, almost done. There we go. I probably should have put some like Hawaiian stuff in the background. Now I think about it. Oh well, like some like little leaves or whatever, or those. What are they called? The wraiths, or I can't remember what they're called. The headdress things or whatever they wear, but oh well. Can't do nothing about it now. So we can always do another one day. We can always do another Nani because it's pretty fun. So no qualms about drawing her in the future. So. All right. Well, it's kind of late now because it's already kind of done. But like what I meant was like put some like green things like in the background here, like little flower type things here. But I don't really have a whole lot of dark greens to kind of go over it. So I kind of have to pencil them in and stuff. It's just like, I mean, I've got a million. I mean, I have a million fucking drawings of this because I had to redraw it multiple times because I kept getting the fucking eyes and wrong on both of them. So I kept getting like the inks kind of fucked up. So, but we are done for the day. I think. Obviously, I'll probably go back later, a little bit later tonight, and just like just touch up a few things here and there. But I am tired. So, and I need to get some food in me and whatnot. So that's gonna do it for me today. Next week, I'm not too sure what I'll be doing. I think I'll probably end up doing the Megatron Prime that I was working on, the shattered glass versions, which I should probably show the drawing actually. I'm professional. Well, there's my crotch. A little bit. This angle's so weird. All right, there we go. That's good. But yeah, there's Nani and Stitch. Oh, I need to sign it. Hold on. Last time I used blue. I think I used red. Yeah, I used red. But you know what? We use green. Kind of make up for the lack of wraiths. I sign my name. Oh, that's an old pen. Oh well. Good enough. Thanks, Grumpy. Yeah. So yeah, there's our two troublemakers for the day. Just gonna, but I might trying to see what else there is to plug. So I might be popping on for Mara's Twitch stream, obviously. Oh, the poll. And it seems there's a big ass tie between Toy Story, Finding Nemo, and Beauty and the Beast. So my movie lost, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to end this stream now. Just need to scroll up. There we go. All right, well, thanks for dropping by, everybody. Riot, Grumpy, Dominic. I think I saw Corey in the chat earlier, so thanks for everyone for joining. I'm sure there might have been some other people who popped in who didn't comment, but that's okay. So, oh yeah, Toy Story 2 lives. Hell yeah. All right, so I'm going to talk to you guys later. I'll be back next weekend, probably doing Megatron Prime again, and then then for the week after, not too sure. So, but let's close out with our brand new outro. So take care, everybody, and I will see you guys next Saturday.